We are live. Welcome, guys, back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. I'm Timothy Earle, and today it is baseball, and we got two football games. I believe I only have a play in one of them. I don't think I'm going to end up going after the other one. Although it's kind of close, but I end up choosing to only bet one today, which is okay. Before we jump into today's card, we'll look back at yesterday's card, which was a good day. We were profitable. We look back and we start off with the losses because we had 6 losses and 9 wins. So 9-6 yesterday, which was really nice to see. The losses yesterday included Derrick Henry over his rushing yards. He had 23 rushing yards against the Browns. Interesting. The White Sox money line was close. I believe that one finished 3-2. The Dolphins. So many opportunities. The Jets weren't close. I apologize for the Jets. That one sucked. The Tampa Bay Rays was a loser, and the Chiefs were a loser. We go to the winners. We had the Cleveland Browns and Baltimore Ravens over the total of 45. I believe Baltimore hit that by themselves. Or if not, they were very close. No, they scored 47. So, yeah. All right. Oh, no, they scored 40. It was 41-17. The New York Giants +6 was a nice winner. The over in the Detroit Lions game. The Detroit Lions scored 52 by themselves. Good to go. One of my favorite plays of the week, my favorite play was the Dolphins, but we're not going to talk about that. One of my favorite plays of the week was the Seattle Seahawks, and they won outright. We'll save that one for last because there's a comment about it, and I want to get excited about that one. The Atlanta Braves +120 winner there. A winner on +139 with the Royals against the Phillies. A winner on +159 with the Cardinals against the Brewers the day after the Brewers had a walk-off win and they clinched a playoff spot. And then the Atlanta Falcons +3.5 was a nice winner there too. Which I will say, J.J. McCarthy did not look good. No touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 2 fumbles. Rough day. Hey, buddy, you're not in the Big Ten anymore. This is the NFL. Get ready for it. But ultimately, it was a good day yesterday. It was a good day on Saturday. Let's try to make it 3 straight winning days in a row. Let's roll. We'll go ahead and say hi to the chat, and then we'll go from there. Broncos money line from Robert in the YouTube chat saying, Broncos money line was the most brutal beat ever. Last leg of my parlay makes me sick. NFL refs suck. Oh, that almost made me forget. The play that I forgot to mention, the Indianapolis Colts on the money line. Go Colts! That was a perfect penalty call. Loved it, and totally was necessary. So, yes, I 100% agree with the NFL refs on that one. Great job. Massive series for the D-backs starting today. Massive. Yeah, I'm hoping that one's like a split. How many days do they play in a row? Is this a 3 or 4 game? Let's see. It's a 3-game series. It'd be cool if they split, or if it's a 2-1 series in some form or another. Just because I don't want either one of them to gain ground on the Mets. Wow. Bring on NHL. We're getting close to the NHL season. The Giants-Cowboys game was crazy. Yeehaw. Quickly over to the YouTube chat. The TikTok chat, where we start with Connor saying the Falcons. Yes, Falcons were a nice winner yesterday. Bowers playing tonight? I sure hope so. That might be a good player prop, would be Bowers. So I might look towards him if I'm looking at player props. We'll talk about the NFL first. Trade Jettis for Puka. I don't know who Jettis is. Who's Jettis? Is it almost like Justin Jefferson? Really? That's his nickname? How am I supposed to know? The Broncos. I hate the I hate the. No, I don't hate them, but I had no clue that was his nickname. Yeah, I would trade for Puka. White Sox. White Sox did not get the job done yesterday. We'll go ahead and we will start off in the NFL. This is a game that I was close to betting. I did not end up pulling the trigger on it. We've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Houston Texans. I may end up pulling the trigger on this one. Houston's minus 2.5 with a total of 42.5. And it could be one of your classic overreaction week 2s. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are coming off of a last-minute win over the – who do they beat? Why isn't it loading? Falcons. They beat the Falcons last game 23-20. And then you have the Houston Texans coming off of a loss themselves to the Rams 14-9, which is not ideal. So you've got a team that lost week 1 versus a team that won week 1. You could look at a little bit of the overreaction type of thing. We've got the line going from I want consensus. It doesn't want to load for me. Let me refresh. Oh, there it is. No line movement. We got no line movement in this game. That's kind of crazy to say. Because it opened up at 2.5, it's still 2.5. Juice kind of fluctuate a little bit, but not anything crazy in this game. And the line is going towards the under a little bit. Where's the money coming in? Let me refresh this page as well because that's from yesterday. And okay, 33% of the bets, but 70% of the money's coming in on the Texans. That's very interesting. I think I'm going to end up taking the Texans today. I think I'm going to add the Texans to my card. Normally, I don't try to add NFL stuff, but we're going to add the Texans. Just the way the line movement is going, I'm going to add Houston to the card. Hey, Destiny's got the Texans, mentioning that in the TikTok chat. You got the Texans tonight, and that I believe that's for you to go 4-1 because you had the Broncos yesterday. We'll talk about my last play, which is the Raiders. That's to go 3-2. So you'll have so if you get your Texans and I get the Raiders, we'll be tied. And we'll go over to the chat saying, what up, Twin? Texans on the money line. Texans still win the division. I think it might be Duval, but we'll see. Good morning. Did you do baseball yet? I have not. We're talking over the 2 NFL games, and then we'll go to baseball. Yes, I have not done baseball yet. There you go. We'll talk over the Chargers and the Texans next. We've got the Chargers at 3.5-point favorites with a total of 46.5. We look at the line movement in this one. By the way, both of these two teams 1-0. Chargers coming off of a big win versus the Kansas City Chiefs in Brazil. That was on the Friday. The Raiders coming off of a road win in New England, 20-13. So big win for both of them on the road, even though the Chargers were technically a road game. This line opened up, I believe, at 3.5 and stayed there. Yeah, 3.5. I've seen it drop to 3 a couple of times and then back up to 3.5. I personally got it at 3.5. I got the Raiders. The Raiders are my last contest pick in hopes of going 3-2 this week, and then being an even 5-5 to start off the first 2 weeks. I'm not super high on the Chargers. I think they're going to be a good team, but I don't think that they're as good as people advertised. I like the spot where we can get maybe even a Chargers win by 3. Not Texans. Whoops. Apparently I had Texans written in twice on the YouTube portion. So sorry, YouTube. I'm taking the Raiders plus 3.5. So Mr. Dot Story, Chargers 27-23. How about let's try 27-24. Raiders money line. I like it. I'm fading you know who on Twitter tonight for my picks. Fair. I don't blame you. That's always been a good moneymaker. Let's head over to the base of balls, shall we? I will mention we do not have a starting pitcher for the Tampa Bay Rays, which is unfortunate because I want to bring up one player first, because to all that celebrate, happy Trey Day. Trey Savage will be making his MLB debut for the Toronto Blue Jays tonight. Unfortunately, I have no props for him yet. But when his props come out, hopefully they do come out sometime today, I will be taking Trey Savage over his strikeouts. That's just something I'm going to want to do. That's for lefties. Oh, both of them were for lefties. That's fun. Because A, it's Trey Savage, former East Carolina Pirate. B, they're going up against the Tampa Bay Rays, which, where's Tampa? 13th. They strike out 22.3% of the time, but I like Trey Savage. I think he's going to have a really good career. Hopefully he gets traded at some point to another team. But I wish we could have talked about the game. But unfortunately, with Tampa Bay having TBD as their starting pitcher, unfortunately, I can't bet it. So that's just great. But hopefully, we do see some type of number for him today. But we will start off with the Cubs and the Pirates. And we got the Cubs sitting at minus 120 with a total of 8. Considering that the line's this close, wow, I'm surprised it's not Skeens. Talion versus Ashcraft. Talion this year has pitched in 20 starts, a 9-6 record with a 4.15 ERA, 110 and 2/3 innings pitched, 51 earned runs, 23 walks, and 83 strikeouts. So he has looked decent this year, and I believe this will be the first time we will be able to see Jamison Talion in the playoffs. Because he has no playoff numbers, which is very interesting. Ashcraft will be going for the Pirates. He's a relief pitcher, 23 appearances, 6 starts. He's pitched 58 innings this year. He is going 5 and 2/3, 3. So he is going a decent amount into the games. Cubs are going to have the pitching advantage because it's not because they're not having a bullpen game. In terms of hitting, Pittsburgh Pirates are one of the worst hitting teams in baseball, 84 WRC+, which is only better than the Colorado Rockies. It's not good. And considering that the Cubbies are 110 WRC+, Cubs have the hitting and the pitching advantage in this one. But something tells me I'm probably not going to end up going after this one. Line has moved towards the Pittsburgh Pirates because the Cubs have gone from minus 130. It got up to 135 and then dropped back down to 120. So that's going to end up keeping me off this Cubs game. We'll quickly look to see if any Cubs or Pirates players have any good stats versus these two pitchers. If not, we're going to keep moving on. Nothing of interest in this game. So this one will be a pass altogether. Cubs. Cubs have a hitting and pitching advantage, but the market just doesn't like them today. So I can't do it. Let's keep on rolling. We got the Atlanta Braves and the Washington Nationals. Nationals officially eliminated from playoff contention. Braves are, I believe, not too far behind. Let me pull up the standings just to kind of get a gander. Although it does not show the teams that get eliminated. Considering that Washington's eliminated, the Braves are only 4 games up on Washington, so they're not too far behind. So it's not really a big impact game in terms of playoff stuff. Strider versus Parker. Strider is going to look forward to putting this year behind him because it's not been a good year. A 4.04 ERA in 15 starts, a 5-9 record, 82 in a third innings pitch, 37 earned runs, 33 walks, 98 strikeouts. On the opposite side, Mitchell Parker's statistically one of the worst pitchers in baseball. 29 starts, an 8-15 record with a 5.69 ERA, and 153 and a third innings pitched, 97 earned runs, 56 walks, and 100 strikeouts. So he has not been great this year. Strider's going to get the pitching advantage by default. In terms of numbers against lefties, the Braves. What are the Braves hitting versus lefties? Braves are hitting 96 WRC plus, which is not great. Nationals versus righties are, I believe, 99 WRC plus. So slight hitting edge for the Nationals. We'll look at the line movement where the line's moving towards the Braves. It opened up around 155. It's up to 170 area now. Where's the line? Where's the money coming in? Most of the money is coming in on the Braves, so it makes sense. Not enough for me to bet this game. I can understand going after an over. What is the? Yeah, I'm actually going to go after the over in this game, just because both pitchers have not been great this year. And when it comes to it, I don't see either one of them having good starts. So, and then we'll go over to the MLB portion so that we can see if any of these guys, or see if any of the batters have good numbers against the pitchers. Because that's what I like to look at for player props is how are these pitchers hitting against who they're going up against. Not good. All right, I got a player for this game. And the one guy is, what would that be? 415 at-bats. So that'd be 7 for 15? 6 for 15? Maybe 6 for 15? With 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. Give me Luis Garcia Jr. over his total bases. In his career versus Strider, he is that with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. So we're gonna go ahead. That will be the first player prop we jump on. Is Mr. Luis Garcia from the Nationals, and that's at plus 140. So we'll take the over and Luis Garcia props. What about the over? I like the over. Yep, I bet it. Nats over 9, minus 115. Nats is one of the highest scoring parks this year. There you go. Let's keep on rolling. We got the Yankees and the Twins. We got the Yankees at minus 195 with a total of 9 in this game. We got Carlos Rodon taking on Woods Richardson. Rodon this year has been solid. 30 starts, a 16-8 record with a 3.11 ERA. I'll make the argument he's been the best pitcher this year for the Yankees. 176 and a third innings pitched, 61 runs, 70 walks, and 186 strikeouts. I do like his strikeout numbers. Maybe we might look towards something. Woods Richardson on the opposite side has pitched 20 times this year, 19 starts, a 6-4 record with a 4.58 ERA with 94 and a third innings pitched, 48 earned runs, 41 walks, and 84 strikeouts. Pitching advantage is going towards Rodon. We look at hitting. The Minnesota Twins against lefties are not great. Where's Minnesota? Am I just blind? I might be blind. Oh, there you go. 98 WRC plus, and they strike out 22.7% of the time. That's not bad. On the opposite side, we got the Yankees, who are number 2 in baseball against righties. 116 WRC plus, only behind the New York Mets. So we look at the line movement in this game where the Yankees have hitting and pitching edge. And the line's moving towards the Yankees from 182 to 192. Line's also moving towards the over from 8.5 to 9. Line movement makes sense. All the money and everything's coming on the Yankees. It's going to end up probably keeping me off the Yankees, which is fine. I kind of wanted to look towards the over. Enough stuff is coming on the over, but I'm going to end up not taking that. I want to look towards what do we got for Rodon? 6.5 strikeouts at plus 115. We're going to take Rodon strikeout props tonight. Over 6.5 Ks, and that's plus 115. So let's go with Rodon strikeouts in this one. Rob is asking Cubs money line. I did not bet it. Cubs have the hitting and pitching edge, but the market does not love them. So there's that. And then over to the YouTube chat. Yanks first 5. Yanks bullpen is shaky. Yanks are my fade in the playoffs because of the bullpen. Devin Williams can't trust them. I'm right with you, but I don't think Devin Williams is going to pitch many high leverage innings. So, and to two teams who are pretty much completely out of it at this point. Well, the White Sox have been eliminated. The Baltimore Orioles are not far behind. Baltimore is minus 145 with a total of 8. Bradish versus Burke. Bradish this year has pitched all of 3 times after coming back from injury. 2.65 ERA, so he's pitched good in those games. 17 innings pitched, 5 earned runs, 4 walks, 21 strikeouts. Not terrible. Could be worse. On the opposite side, you've got Burke, who has been consistent. 4.42 ERA in 16 appearances, 14 starts, 4-7 record, 81 innings pitched, 38 earned runs, 37 walks, and 68 strikeouts. I'm giving the pitching advantage to Kyle Bradish. I think Kyle Bradish is the better pitcher in this spot. We look towards hitting, where the White Sox are 28th in baseball, 86 WRC plus. Baltimore is at 100 WRC plus, which is 16th. So hitting and pitching edge towards the Orioles. And line movement, not really doing anything that wants to make me go and bet it. So I guess that one will be a stay off spot. What are we looking at for? Not really a high enough strikeout area for that. So we'll go ahead and look to see if any hitters have anything that we like. And then we'll go from there. Obviously, oh, wow, they're not going to even show me. MLB's not even showing me the that Burke's pitching. Yeah, no, nothing that we're going to take in this game. So passing. Sissy football? What are you talking about? Baltimore minus 1.5 and White Sox money line. Those are going to be the ways that you have to approach it. Any thoughts on Bucks money line versus the Texans leaning Bucks? And then another person says, I think Bucks get it done today. Not going to lie. I'm on the Texans. I have not added to the site yet, but I'm going to be adding it after the show. I'm going to be on the Texans today. So there you go. We're going to head to the next one. This series and the next 4 series do have heavier playoff implications, which could be a lot of fun. We get to start off with the Reds and the Cardinals. Both of them still fighting for wild card stuff. The Cardinals are minus 115 with a total of 8.5. The Reds are currently 2.5 games back of the New York Mets with the tiebreaker, so essentially 2 games back. The Cardinals are 4 games back, so this could be a big flip spot. So this could be very, very interesting when it comes to that. So both teams still technically in the hunt. Reds are 2 games back, so the Reds are definitely in the hunt. But we'll see how it works out for them. Zach Littell taking on Matthew Liberatore. Littell was a pitcher that got traded over. He's made 7 starts in Cincinnati to a 1-0 record, a 4.5 ERA, and 38 innings pitched, 19 earned runs, 8 walks, and 31 strikeouts. Not terrible. When he was with Tampa Bay, 22 starts, 8-8 record with a 3.58 and 133 innings pitched. So he's had a good year. On the opposite side, you got Matthew Liberatore, which still is a pitcher that I like, that I feel like is going to end up having a really good year next year. He's got some good stuff. Made 27 starts this year, a 7-12 record, 4.35 ERA, 140 and 2/3 innings pitched, 68 earned runs, 38 walks, 110 strikeouts. He's been solid enough. I think he's going to be decent. Now, Zach Littell is going to get the pitching advantage in this one over Levator. And then we go and we look at hitting, where the Cincinnati Reds are one of the worst hitting teams versus lefties. 77 WRC plus versus lefties, which is only ahead of Pittsburgh and Colorado. The Cardinals are definitely going to have the hitting advantage because even though they are hitting 97 WRC plus versus righties, it's still way better than what the Reds are doing. In terms of the line movement, the line is actually moving towards the Cincinnati Reds. It's gone from even money to -106, and that's with the money coming in the right way on it. We're going to end up grabbing the Reds here. I don't want them to win. Trust me, as a Mets fan, I'd prefer them to lose and we not have to deal with them, but might as well take it. We'll go and look at how these two teams are hitting against each other. Guaranteed Levator's faced the Reds a couple of times. Nothing there. And Duhar is 5 for 6 against them. Novelli Marte is 3 for 3 with a home run. Trevino is 3 for 6 with a home run. What is Marte's? Novelli Marte. Where's Novelli Marte? Plus 112. We'll go ahead and take Marte over 1.5 total bases. For the Reds. Good morning, Caesar. Reds money line. Zach got to deal with this game. It's got to. Cardinals money line -108 or pass. Reds Reds haven't been great against lefties, but I mean NFL predictions. I'm on the Texans and I'm on the Raiders. This is another big one because talk about a heated rivalry. These two teams are fighting for the division. The Rangers just got walked off on in the extra innings yesterday, but the Rangers are currently 3 games back of the Seattle Mariners for first place. They're 2 games back of the Houston Astros, which the Houston Astros are now the 3rd wild card spot. The Seattle Mariners are now first place in the American League West after winning 9 games in a row. So good on Seattle. The Astros -125, total of 8.5. We've got Zach Littell versus Alexander. Jack Leader. Leader has been really good this year. He's kind of filled in for Nathan Eovaldi since the injury. 26 starts this year, 9-8 record with a 3.81 ERA, 132 and a third innings pitched, 56 earned runs, 64 walks, and 130 strikeouts. For a Rangers team that's been really, really hot as of late. On the opposite side, you got Alexander, who has made 11 appearances, 10 starts, a 4-1 record, a 2.82 ERA, 60 innings pitched, 19 earned runs, 18 walks, and 50 strikeouts. So he has looked okay, but I'm definitely giving it to Leader. In terms of hitting, Texas still isn't hitting the ball. 97 WRC plus, 98 for Houston. So Houston, slight hitting edge. So it's split down the middle, and the line is moving towards Texas. I am going to be grabbing the Rangers today. I like the spot for them, especially with the way that the money's coming in. Yeah, for sure. I'm going to definitely be jumping on that. We'll quickly take a gander to see what we like for props. Because I want to look towards a prop in this one. Houston versus Leiter. Nothing crazy that we like. And then, yeah, nothing going for the Texas Rangers, who have only faced Alexander 4 at-bats. And it was Higashioka and Pedersen who faced him. So, I can't really take anything in this one for a total. What about, hold on, real quick, I want to look up Houston. So we got Houston, who strikes out 21% now. Okay, not really interested in a strikeout. So just taking the Rangers on the money line. Rangers money line. Either feast or famine with the Astros. That is correct. Good morning, Tim. How are you? I saw you're talking about I'm guessing you're going to say Astros. Yes, we were talking about the Astros. And you know what I'm going to do? You know what, Brad? Here's what I'm going to do for you. We're going to go look at playoffs. And we are going to scroll down to your Houston Astros. And we're going to take the Astros to miss the playoffs at plus 235. With the way that the Astros are playing as of late, the way that the Mariners are playing as of late, and the way that Texas is playing as of late, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say Astros miss playoffs at plus 235. So there you go. We're gonna go ahead and bet a future in this show. But Italian Stallion in TikTok is saying Reds money line. Yes, I'm on the Reds today. Trust me, as a Mets fan, I don't want them to win, but I'm gonna take them either way. That's one of the games. Okay. There you go. Another big playoff series game. We got the Giants and the Diamondbacks. Both of them are right neck and neck for that wild card spot with the Mets. The Mets are currently in that third wild card spot. The Giants, a game and a half back, no tiebreaker. Arizona is 2 games back, and I believe the Mets and D-backs split 3-3. So it's in division record, I believe, versus in division record. I believe that's how the tiebreaker goes. Which expanded. I want to try to I'm trying to figure out the tiebreaker because I have not a clue what the tiebreaker is for those two teams. But the Diamondbacks are 2 games back of the wild card now. A team that sold at the deadline is 2 games back of a wild card. You've got Tang taking on Gallen. Tang is, he's pitched all of 6 times this year to a 7.54 ERA. He has not been great. He's allowed at least 4 earned runs in 3 out of his 6 starts. So I'm not going to go too deeply into him. All I'm going to say is he has not pitched well. Zach Gallen has pitched like Zach Gallen as of late. 30 starts, an 11-14 record with a 4.84 ERA, 174 and 2/3 innings pitched, 94 earned runs, 59 walks, and 157 strikeouts. So he has looked solid. And I'm going to give him the pitching advantage in this one. We go to the hitting stats. The Giant, 106 WRC plus versus righty. Arizona, 111. So Arizona has the hitting and the pitching edge in this one over the Giants. But the way that the line's moving, it's gone from plus 120 to plus 110 for the Giants. So the line is not moving in the Diamondbacks' favor, and that's with more of the money coming in on the Diamondbacks. Unfortunately, the D-backs have both hitting and pitching edge, so I can't take the Giants, but that's very interesting to see. Very interesting to see. We'll go ahead and look at if there's anything to kind of bet for player props in this game. Nobody on the Diamondbacks have really faced off against Tang. We do have an interesting one, as long as he's playing today, which he should be. I kind of want to take, what is this? Homer Bailey? Patrick Bailey. Homer Bailey, the pitcher. I'm going to take Patrick Bailey over his bases. Over 1.5 total bases. He has good numbers against Gallen. In 11 at-bats, he is hitting .364, so that's 4 for 11. I want to say that's 4 for 11 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. So he has pitched really well. He's hit very well against him. Now we're going to go ahead and look up what his total bases prop is worth. If he's even up here. Giants. Where's Patrick Bailey? There is nothing on him. Oh, there he is. Wow. Plus 200. Oh, 195. Sorry. Plus 195 on Patrick Bailey for him to get over 1.5 total bases. Let's roll. So, do you know how many earnings of Alexander is going to be pitching today? Not a clue. What about the over? Gallen has pitched really, really well as of late. I cannot take an over. A tough travel spot for Diamondbacks coming back from Minnesota. It is, and the Giants are coming from home, so a little bit of a better travel spot. But also, I believe, Arizona they did play. Keep in mind the Giants played a late game last night, so I don't know. And then Italian Salon's asking for the Yankees on the spread. I don't hate it, but the line's not really moving the way I wanted to on it in order for me to bet it. Last game on the card, and it's the Phillies and the Dodgers. You've got this one as a battle for the 2 seed, even though actually it's not too far off. What is the difference? 89 wins to 85, so it's a 5-game difference there. It's a 4.5 game lead for the Philadelphia Phillies for that second spot. By the way, if the Padres can hold on to I have the Dodgers to. All right, I need the Padres and Dodgers to flip in order for me to get the Dodgers in that 5 seed 19-1. So we've got Ranger Suarez taking on Edward Sheehan. Ranger Suarez this year, 23 starts, a 12-6 record with a 2.77 ERA and 143 innings pitched, 44 runs, 35 walks, and 140 strikeouts. On the opposite side, you got Sheehan, who has been 12 appearances, 10 starts, a 6-3 record with a 3.32 ERA, 59 2/3 innings pitched, 22 runs, 19 walks, and 69 strikeouts. He's been good as of late. Pitching advantage is still going to go to Ranger Suarez, who's been one of the best pitchers in baseball this year. In terms of hitting, the Dodgers versus lefties, 112 WRC plus. Phillies versus righties, 113. So the Phillies have hitting and pitching advantage in this game. We look at the numbers where the line is moving towards the Philadelphia Phillies in this one. And that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to take the Phillies money line. I just think that they're with the hitting advantage, pitching advantage, market advantage. I'm grabbing Philadelphia today. Yep, the way the money's coming in too, I like it. I don't like the Phillies. I hate the Phillies, and no Philadelphia Philly is faced off against Sheehan, which is very interesting. Mookie Betts has good numbers. He's 4 for 9 or 5 for 9. 4 for 9. 4 for 9 versus Suarez with 2 home runs. That's impressive numbers right there. I'm going to have to take Betts over his bases just because he's got good success versus him. Mookie Betts at plus 105. And even though they don't have any stats against him, I'm going to take Harper over his props. And that's at plus 115. I want to get something Phillies related in there if I'm gonna take a prop, so it kind of offsets them. But I'm going to take Phillies money line, Betts over his bases, and Harper over his bases. Yeah, Phillies. Phillies are going to make it very interesting for that number one wild cards, number one seed in the National League. So that's going to be a very interesting race for them to see if they can get it. This is going to be a big series for them in order to do so. So we're going to take the Phillies in this one. But that is all of the games for today. So we'll be back again tomorrow. By the way, all the plays will be posted up on the picksandparleys.net website, along with the member-only chat. If you guys missed the stream, you guys can check that out. But that's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another one. Peace out, guys.